At the beginning of this year, one of my mentors shared a beautiful quote from Ernest Hemingway about the art of listening, which has challenged me and has challenged me these past few days that I've been trying to film this video. But it's also offered a lot of growth to me as well. Of course, in the challenge is the growth. So I wanted to explore this a little bit more with you today. So I'm going to read this quote to you. It goes as follows. When people talk, listen completely. Don't be thinking what you're going to say. Most people never listen, nor do they observe. You should be able to go into a room and when you come out, know everything that you saw there, and not only that. If that room gave you any feeling, you should know exactly what it was that gave you that feeling. For me, this was a really interesting passage and reflection. In many ways, as a more introverted person, I can be quite introspective, perhaps a deep listener, but really the type of listening can be very navel-gazing and self-interested. When it suits me, I can be a very active listener in conversation. But again, there is an emphasis on the me of it all. When it suits me. With this quote, I felt the invitation to stretch myself and practice actively listening for the sake of itself, to be aware of my surroundings, to be more giving in my receptivity. And so as I began working with this, at first I felt and saw many reflections in others where they were simply not listening. I was often watching people having conversations, one person saying one thing, someone else disagreeing, only to repeat the exact same thing in their own language. The more I saw how much this is always happening though, the more I realised how much I clearly was not listening myself. And I had to wonder how often I was participating in this ritual of conversing with others, but not really listening, only waiting to share what I thought was my own opinion, but was probably the same thing as what someone else was saying, never really adding anything meaningful to the conversation by way of a new angle. And that's not to say that we can't share the same sort of idea from different angles. That can often be a deeply rapport building activity, to share the same concept but with slightly different perspectives or just different words, and discover that you have a shared insight, a shared value, a shared goal with others. But it was a very interesting and revealing activity for me to start actively listening and distinguish where repeating each other's sentences, each other's words, deviates from empathetic into ignorant and unobservant. And I take it as a great challenge to myself to witness what I'm saying, what am I contributing, or where can I just be listening more? This is very much an ongoing focus and learning for me. When I started filming this video 4 days ago, I didn't feel like any of them were complete, because when I began revisiting this topic again now, I found in just 4 days I was grown and stretched in many ways by this again. There's new angles of this passage that I'm still discovering. I really focused on the deep listening aspect of it. But there's lots talked about in being simply more observant as well. And that comes with listening, but that comes with seeing, and that comes with feeling from the heart as well. So I know I'm going to keep working with this. I have no idea where it's going to take me, but I'm really excited. So I just wanted to share that with all of you, and I wanted to hear what you have to share of your experience with the deep listening, and a passage like this, because I know I've been quite moved. So I'd love to keep learning. So I hope to hear from some of you in the comments, but that's all from me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.